4349. Next from Nandi County, ex-Private Joshua Congo Barno. Last but not least, from Nandi County, ex-Private Sang Arab Barnituni, 48726.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency.
Thank you, Brigadier.
And so, ladies and gentlemen, as we celebrate the bravery, the commitment and the service of these veterans who we are so proud to have with us today, our minds return to those who have not returned and who have died in the course of their service. And so we will now take a moment just to reflect on that in the traditional remembrance ceremony. I shall read, and then we shall have a moment of silence. We shall have the last post, a minute's silence, and then the rebuttal. If those in uniform would like to salute during the last post and the rebuttal, you're welcome. We shall stand then, please, as we make that
Veterans can remain seated if they would like to. If you'd like to stand, you can also stand.
They shall grow not old as we that are left grow old. Age shall not weary them, nor the years condemn. At the going down of the sun and in the morning, we will remember them.
We will remember them.
speak to this issue. And now we turn to some short remarks from all those involved in this. And I first of all would like to welcome Mr. Sam Mattock, who initiated this programme of representation amendments and has been the driving force behind it. Sam.
Thank you, Brigadier. Ladies and gentlemen, first I would like to just thank our veterans. I mean our veterans, as in Kenya, Commonwealth, our veterans. I know you had an early start this morning, a very early start. So I just want to give all of our veterans a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. And of course, our veterans would not be able to have gotten here if it weren't for the help that they are giving. I think our youngest man on parade today is 97, and therefore our eldest is around 111, if I'm not mistaken. So the helpers, you really are an essential part of this parade. So if you'd like to stand up, and we would like to salute you whilst you're here. So please, all the helpers, stand up. And everyone else, round of applause for the helpers. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to show a short video. This is going to give you a little bit of background as to why we're here today. A little bit of background of why we're here today, and then I'm going to go and finish off with the speech.
Well done. Now that's a beautiful photo.
My name is Sam Mattock, I'm a retired British Army officer. The backstory is 80 years ago, a Kenyan World War II veteran approached me and asked if I could help him to get his World War II service members replaced. I admittedly had no idea how I would do this at the time, but of course said absolutely yes. Out of the 17 original veterans whose name, rank and number I was given, only 6 were left alive, the youngest of which was 102 years old. Time was really not on our side. These men deserved recognition.
have really forced everyone into action, pushed them to honour these men and women. So we thank you, and a round of applause for building one life. Now, obviously, you'll see the lovely medal sets up at the front here, provided by Spink of London, who are the world's leading medal auctioneers. And a special thanks goes to Robert Wild Evans. He researched everyone's name. He researched which campaigns that they've been involved in. He drew up the medal list and then had them mounted. So Spink of London really did us all a great honour by helping get these medals today.
Very privileged to have you with us today. And I'd like to also thank Sam for your work. I think your tireless work in making this happen and getting us to the point where we're able to represent the medals, which have been missing for so long.
Buria, born in 1906, understandably decided not to take the 7-hour bus journey to Nairobi and sensibly stayed at home.
Good evening. This is the word to the diaspora spectators.
When these men were sent off to war, they did all of our generation a favour by fighting global fascism. You were there for us. Now, in our very small way, although we'll be never able to repay you enough, we're here for you.
Men and women who risked their lives to protect others. They fought with courage and honor and duty.
The Commonwealth War Graves on Ngong Road, where many of their fallen comrades were laid to rest surrounding. They wore their medals once again with the pride of having been a soldier.
I haven't had tea yet, but I will. Thank you.
Parade, ladies and gentlemen. There you go. That is the first video that we made in honour of our veterans, and it won't be the last. My job now comes really as now just thanking those that are involved. Before we start that, certainly 3 of the veterans in that video have since passed away. Corporal Samueli Mburia died yesterday at the age of 118 years old, and may God rest his soul. As we mentioned, this wouldn't have been possible without the assistance of the High Commission. And the British High Commission stepped up to the plate. They realised there was a job to be done, and they got on and did it. So I would like to thank and give a round of applause for the British High Commission, ladies and gentlemen. First and foremost, His Excellency Neil Wigan. He got short notice called to parade. You make a great soldier, High Commissioner. And he came and he stood up, and he's here today for all of us. The UK Defence Advisor, Brigadier Ronnie Westerman, over on our right-hand side, my right-hand side. She again stepped up to the plate on the first medal ceremony and has been with us ever since. And Rose, Victoria, where are you? Rose, there you are. Thank you very much. Brilliant administration. You're an excellent part of the team, and thank you. The DeFoca team. Brigadier, talk about short notice. You stepped into the breach, and you've done a fantastic job. So Brigadier Joachim Mabula really has only been on his role for 1 week, but he's here now, because he also sees the simplicity and the beauty of the event that we're currently running for the veterans. Excellency, there you are. Thank you very much for being here today. It's a great honour. And I know you're amongst your people now, and you're a very popular man from what I have read. So, again, you're now with the men who served you before. The Operation Africa Star team, which is the team that pulls this all together, that raises the funds from family and friends all around the world, wouldn't be complete without first mentioning Major Wayne Hennessy Barrett. Wayne is an army officer like myself, and he, again, has really been instrumental in pulling this together. Mr. Aidan Hartley, again, is a keen supporter, being Kenyan born, a keen supporter to help our veterans. Colonel G. Jenner, who's the British Peace Support Team, he's offered a great deal of assistance to pull events together. And last but not least, my son, George Mattock, who has spent many hours polishing the medals to which you wear proudly today. Thank you, George. Big round of applause for the team of Africa Star. Nothing would be complete without, of course, the media. This comes in 2 tranches. Firstly, it is Guy and Ishmael from Ginger Inc. in Nairobi. They pulled together that first video. They have done this free of charge. They've done it out of the goodness of their own heart. They don't know that yet, but they have. And they've really come together for us to make sure that these memories that we've taken in our hearts today stay forever, because they will become a part of Commonwealth, British, but most importantly, Kenyan history. The medal team, the medal company in London, very short notice they came up with the medals that we've got today. But the game is not over. We've got 174 veterans on our list that have, still need to be presented around Kenya alone, and we've got many more around the Commonwealth. Sierra Leone and South Africa are our next port of call. Now, you'll notice on the medals that have been presented today is the head of King George VI, the grandfather of our current serving King, Charles III. And it got me thinking as to really, you men in front of us now, who are wearing our King's grandfather's medals. You're our grandfathers. You're all of our grandfathers. You're the elders of the village. and you are the men that we look up to, especially in times of trouble. So really, gentlemen, from our grandfather's perspective, from a global grandparenting perspective, you really are a superb example to set to this younger generation and to the middle generation that is around you. So, gentlemen, we thank you, and a round of applause once again for our veterans. My own grandfather, prisoner of war, I had one grandfather killed at Dunkirk, and I had another grandfather who was taken prisoner at Dunkirk. Him and 39,000 other men. Private George Brown Gibson was taken prisoner and marched 1,500 kilometers across Europe to Poland, where he worked in salt mines and was released 5 years later. He came back a very different man, but he was still a soldier, he was still a veteran, like you men are today, having served your country. So in ending my speech, I will say today is all about you men that sit in front of us. You've set an example for humanity, you've set an example to the young, you've set an example to us all, no matter our nationality, and we praise you. So this is your day. We honor you, we respect you, and most importantly, we salute you. So a round of applause for our worthy veterans. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you. I'd like to welcome the Managing Director of the Defence Comrades Association, Brigadier Joachim Mwamburi, please.
Thank you very much, Defense Advisor. Your Excellency, the Governor of Kabebe, Your Excellency, the Commissioner, Your Excellency, the DUK, senior officers present, officers, the focal officials, or veterans. Ladies and gentlemen, before I start the speech, just a small talk, but really a speech. I would like to thank each and every one of you who have made this event a success. And our veterans who have made us proud. Every day when I receive the section, I look at the ages, and we have 121 years of age. I think that is the oldest we have in the section as at Monday. I wish to take this opportunity, first and foremost, to welcome this function. I would like to thank the UK for facilitating this occasion and organizing the event. The veterans lost their medals during the organization. I know replacing these medals, these gallant soldiers who served the King's African Rifle as part of World War II was not easy. It is a tedious task going back to archives, to check records, to establish which medals required to be replaced of each veteran as they joined service at different years and countries they served. So as you see my medals, for those who are not military, these medals, if a day comes for them to be replaced, they'll go and reflect and go back to my records. So I want to thank the archivists for keeping these records for all these years, for these veterans to be able to be granted the medals now. The emphasis on the veterans being awarded medal is that replacing these medals at a cost, and British Air Commission has done it no cost for us. So keep them in safe custody, in memorable of the service, so that your great-grandchildren and great-great-grandchildren can appreciate the medals. So for the caretakers, kindly ensure that you take care of these medals as you go back home. I wish to extend my appreciation to British government through the Royal Commonwealth League for the continued financial support in it accords to our askaris and widows. The veterans and widows continue to diminish with passing time due to age and conditions. You can see are good looking and healthy has been attributed to the welfare assistance and continue to receive from Royal Commonwealth League and British Kenya. It is also clear manifestation that the caretakers manage their finances well. It is our hope and prayer this assistance will continue until the last man has rested. Last but not least, we would like to British Commissioner to extend this good gesture to other regions. And I thank my friend that he has already mentioned that they are also looking into the other 176 who have not been replaced their medals. Sad to mention that in a span of 1 year, we are losing over 100 veterans, including widows. As you can see, the youngest here is 97 years. We still have about 300 plus, almost 400 in our list, and we keep on updating our list every day. May the Almighty God rest their souls in peace. With these few remarks, I wish you well and God's blessings and safe journey back home. Thank you very much. God bless you.
Really, Hounoured, thank you so much. And now I'd like to invite our esteemed guest president to offer their greetings or a few words. Perhaps we could start with the county commissioner. Perhaps if the governor would care to share, it would be great. We'll finish with that. Commissioner, sir, if you have some greetings for the assembled company, you're welcome.
Thank you very much. I'm Mr. Michael Mwangi Kakamega, on behalf of the security fraternity. This opportunity to thank the Kakamega family, and today is a learning opportunity, an opportunity ambaye sisi tunataka kujivunia ya kwamba kuna watu ambao wanaweza kujitolea muhanga kuhakikisha Kenya yetu imeheshimika ulimwenguni kote. In our own small way, kidogo tunaweka vizuri tulifanya delivering services to mankind, to our God. These ones, in their own small way, they did it passionately. Walifanya kujitolea muhanga, na sisi ambao tumekuwa wajibu na serikali na mwananchi wa Kenya, kwa sababu the constitution is very clear that power belongs to the people. Tujitolee muhanga in service delivery, tuwajibike, tuhudumie wananchi. Today I have learned a lot, and in the spirit of cooperation and consultation, I have seen we have elders that we can consult, we have elders that we can go and seek the experience that they have, so that we make Kakamega a better place to live in. Kakamega will be great. Thank you. God bless.
Thank you. Thank you so much. As you say, Governor Kakamega County, you are most welcome.
Thank you, Your Excellency, the High Commissioner for Greeting, all the invited guests here today, and more importantly, our guests, our special guests, the veterans. Good afternoon. First and foremost, I want to appreciate the British High Commission for taking a step to recognize our veterans, and more importantly, to choose Australia Kakamega County to be a place where we are going to honor our veterans. A big round of applause to the British High Commission. I also wish to appreciate, more importantly, the British government who have revisited the colonial legacy. It remains a complex memory that should be turned into a mutually beneficial relationship going forward. The fight for the freedom is always in process. For instance, our people fought for the British Empire in what was the quest for the freedom. That is the Second World War from 1945 to 1949. The present freedom in Kenya was fought in another facet, that is the Mau Mau. And our current vision in Kakamega County is to see our people free from the challenges of ignorance, poverty, and limiting identities. And that is why in my transformative manifesto of the people of Kakamega, I promised to address 6 pillars: water, health, sanitation, wealth creation and infrastructure development, food security, education, social development, and good governance. I welcome your governments to partner with me through your many agencies so that we can transform Kakamega County. We encourage investors from Britain to explore available investment opportunities in Kakamega, including participating in the forthcoming Kakamega International Investment Conference that is scheduled to take place from the 19th to the 2nd of March this year. This will be an event that will bring together many investors, and more importantly, I want to register my appreciation to the team that put together this very kind of event. You really reminded us the history, the rich history that we have, and on behalf of the people of Kakamega, I want to congratulate once again our veterans and give them a standing ovation. Wapigie makofi tena. One thing that I will do, of course, in one of our holidays is to honor our veterans from Kakamega. I know these men and women who fought for the Second World War. They have a rich history. I have a council of elders, and I can clearly see some of them will definitely be included in that word of fame. So as Kakamega County, I want to join my team and the rest of the members who are present here today to especially appreciate viongozi wetu wale ambao wametupigania uhuru wa Kenya, na sisi kama wana Kakamega tunachukua fursa hii kuwashukuru na pia kuwatakia mema wazee wetu as our council of elders. With those many remarks, I want to appreciate you and wish you the very best. And also, I wish the British High Commission safe journey masses back to Nairobi. And also, as you prepare to honor the other veterans, we will be happy to be part and parcel of that ceremony. Very much, asanteni sana, and may God bless you. Thank you very much.
Your Excellency, thank you so much for your kind words. Your Excellency, High Commissioner, in the course of the Governor's speech, our remaining veteran, Barrage, ex-private Busiri, I wonder if you would present his medals before you give your words. Thank you.
Very well, how are you? It's a pleasure to see you. And a pleasure to give you the medals. I can put them on you. There we go. Yeah. Very good.
Private Richard Busiri.
Thank you. Thank you for your service.
Your Excellency, the Governor of Kakamega, County Commissioner, members of the Government of Kakamega, and members of the Kenyan Security and Defence Forces, ladies and gentlemen, and above all, the veterans, who, as others have said, today is a day to honour you and to pay you the respect that we all owe you. I am the grandson of a veteran, an officer of the British Army in the Second World War, and so I am in awe of and inspired by everything that you did on behalf of my generation and all other generations, and the bravery and the sacrifice that you showed. As others have said, as time goes by, and there are fewer of you with us, it's more important than ever that we take the opportunity to give you the honour and the respect that we owe to you. And it's particularly important to us from Britain that we properly remember, recognise and thank those people from the Commonwealth like you who came to our service and fought far away from your homes to help us and in our support. So this is an important moment. This is also something that our King Charles, values very highly. And when he came to Kenya on his state visit, he presented medals to 4 veterans of the Second World War to say thank you for their sacrifice and their service. So as the King's representative in Kenya, I'm here to do that to you and on his behalf to say thank you and to pay you the honour and the respect that we owe you. So this is an important occasion, and like others, I'd like to set a round of applause in honour of the veterans. I'd also like, a huge amount of work has gone into making today possible. I'd like to say a thank you to the carers who have supported the veterans and have brought them here today. I'd like to say thank you to the Kenyan Defence Forces and to FOCA for the hard work that you've done and that you continue to do to support the veterans. I'd also like to say a big thank you to the defence team at the High Commission, particularly Brigadier Westerman and Rose. Where is Brigadier Westerman and Rose? You can stand up and say thank you to you. And very much to Sam, who without whom none of this would have happened, who's made this a real passion project to help us give the respect that we deserve and to really drive this scheme forward. So a huge thank you to him, all his family, and all his friends who have helped. I know that we've kept you all, including the veterans, waiting for a long time, so I will end there. And I think there's now an opportunity for us to mingle, to say thank you, and to eat something in person together. So thank you all as well very much, everyone else who's coming for this important and special occasion. Thank you very much indeed. Right.
Thank you, Your Excellency, and thank you all for your patience today. We have one final prayer from Pastor Julie, who will close our ceremony today, and then there's an opportunity to share a meal together and to meet the High Commissioner. So, Pastor, would you close our ceremony for us today? Thank you.
But before we go to close, I would like to say a few words. This is the day the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. It's true. Our Lord is a Lord who is full of compassion, is gracious, is not to anger and abounding in love. That is why He has given us this chance to see this day and perform what we have done. We are sure indeed grateful to Him. And because of that, we'll bow our heads in a prayer. Lord, thank you that we can enjoy your presence in our daily life. Help us to be consumed with the demands of life and forget that you are with us. May we become more aware of your presence than the issues we are facing in our life. I pray this in the name of Jesus Christ, His our Savior and Lord.
Right, that's it. That draws us to a close. Some points of administration. If the helpers could get up first and get our veterans their food. So the helpers get up and get the veterans their food, and then Excellencies, yourself will go out for lunch. I know that the Governor and the High Commissioner have got a pressing engagement after this, so we know your time is short. But if you could just spend a little bit of time, talk to our men, and make them feel as special as they are, it would be massively appreciated. I'm going to try and figure out a room whereby we can get, in this room, chairs whereby we have the veterans and the VIPs together for one photograph before we all go. So help us to the buffet and get our soldiers some food. Everyone else, stand by.
Story